A Twitter generation has all but killed what was once a great sporting rivalry between St. Stephen's and Hindu College. Delhi College is one of the top in the nation, separated by a dusty road in the sprawling North Campus. The question today is simple. Do I care for sports? We have people who did, we have people who do. Joining us on the panel today is Mr. Pradyuman Sinha. He is Dr.
Pradyuman Kumar.
Kumar, he is the principal of Hindu College and has been for quite a few years now. And we have him here to give us a perspective about sports in college today and how he's seen it change from his times in college. We have Mr. Sunil Isar from St. Stephen's College, who used to be very enthusiastically part of the aquatics team and also play football. A bit of interesting history here. His father is from Hindu, and he's here to...
We are aware and he played cricket for
We still don't know where his loyalties lie, but we hope to find out. We have Neha Joshi, who recently graduated from St. Stephen's College. This girl has had the unbeatable record of the year. She hasn't lost a single match in the year that she captained the team, and she's played at the national level. So we are happy we could have her here. We have, I don't think he needs any introduction, Mr. Suninder Khanna, who played India and was also proudly representing Hindu every chance he got while he was in college. We have his friend from college and fellow cricketer, Mr. Sandeep Garg. And he passed out in '88 from Hindu College and was also a fervent fan and player for
and
cricket. Captain of the Hindu team. And we have his friend and secretary of the OSA, which is the Hindu Old Students Association, Mr. Ravi Barnan. And we are grateful to have him here. So, to sort of break the ice, although it's already been sufficiently broken, the first question is a very short one, and we hope it will be a fun one for you. You have to describe the college across the road in one word, and that applies to both colleges. Just one word. Sir, would you like to volunteer?
College across the road?
So one word for them. Just one word, which sums it up for you.
An attractive school.
Oh!
My one word for Hindu is Goliath.
Okay, Neha Joshi. Sexist. Sexist, okay. Sir, Mr. Khanna.
I think a wonderful institution.
Okay, that's
If every
two.
youngster wants to join.
Okay, wonderful institution. Sir is playing it politically correct this time.
He's got his friend across the road.
I would say great rivals.
Great rivals, absolutely. Mr. Barman.
What we used to refer to it when we were in college. Missionary school.
Mission College.
Missionary school.
Mission College was what it was called.
Missionary school.
Missionary school, that's the way it was.
So this
run.
time we'll ask for the explanation in the reverse order. So the missionary school jab is because of the...
Because of the way it was run at that time and the culture that was there. I don't know about now how much it has changed. But that's the way it was that time.
Mr. Garg, you said great rivals. So any story to that? Probably from your college?
Story is, I'll tell you that in our times, I thought that the Stephens always felt that they were a little uppity and to beat them. So one used to feel great pleasure in doing so, you know.
As they say, pride comes down, you know, on a fall.
Yes.
So you used to feel that it's...
Yeah. That's why I say that was a great rivalry.
Absolutely. Neha felt that she used the word sexist, I believe. Yeah. So since she was a basketball player, I'm kind of curious why she said what she said.
See, I used the word sexist because Hindu doesn't have a girls' basketball team, and I think through sports quota they don't take girls into basketball. But I think
take only in swimming, I think, na girls?
Yeah.
Swimming, lawn tennis, and lawn tennis.
2 years back, the Hindu girls, they tried to form a girl, like the people who come through the general thing. So we beat them 50-0 in the YMCA tournament.
But we allowed them to.
Yeah, but I think there should be a girls team. I mean, because I have a lot of friends.
No, but that's a good idea, good suggestion.
There are constraints, and I mean, I've been fortunate that after having been a student in the mid-80s, last year I was the Dean of Residence at St. Stephen's, so I got a year to see things from the other side as well. And when I compare it to when I was in college, we had a lot less pressure on academics. We used to finish classes by 1 o'clock and science students latest by 3. So there was plenty of time to pursue these activities. Secondly, you had only one television channel, which was Doordarshan. So, if you have a choice between going out to a playing field and watching Krishi Darshan, I mean, everyone was on the playing field. I mean, today with internet, Facebook, this, that, I mean, there are so many other distractions that people have. the number of classes, the number of lectures, and the number of hours that students are now in the classroom is much longer
has
than
really-
we can even imagine.
If you see last year, I think there was a very interesting experiment done by NDTV.
Hmm.
They started promoting the inter-university cricket.
Hmm.
Jamia, it was a huge hit there. It was organized there. They had colleges who had qualified from all over the country. The final rounds were held at Jamia. Now, why wasn't it held in Delhi University? Delhi University has as good a ground.
Delhi University, the ground has been locked for the last 2 years.
I'm saying it's
So,
it's
that is
got
the
a
interest in
ground.
sports at the university level.
So, I mean, in our time, one never thought that cricket will go to Jamia.
Hmm.
Cricket meant Delhi University.
Yeah.
So you got to get, that's how you get people involved. Even the university has to work with the different organizations to promote the inter-university concept.
The other thing also is that historically this rivalry goes back to Kashmiri game. When there were only 2 or 3 colleges in the whole of Delhi.
Yes.
So,
No, that is
I wanted to
historical.
come
no,
to
so what has
Yeah.
happened is that
Sunil, from the
Across-
time we were in
Haan.
college, from when the college's campus moved here, the rivalry got into every sport.
But
Why?
as-
Why sport? You had the
Yes.
Mukherjee Memorial
Yes.
debate,
Yes.
which was the most interesting. I don't know what's happened about that.
it still goes on.
We had all our Mecca and Winterfest
That
competitions.
still goes on.
Still
from
That still goes on.
So, I'm saying the rivalry went across everything.
but what-
It's not just Kashmiri.
No, no, but what is
In fact,
also-
I think it became more when we
go
moved to the
across.
campus.
The number of colleges in Delhi University has increased. The probability of Hindu and Stephens clashing with each other in various sporting events is also getting reduced. And today what is happening is that as far as sporting prowess goes, it's more or less equal across all the colleges. I mean, even when I was in college, for example, Zakir Hussain used to have the best football team.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the only thing you knew Zakir Hussain about was they had a damn good football team and they thrashed everybody in the university. So it didn't matter, Hindu will be in one pool, Stephen in one pool, you won't even play a match.
No, I think
Then we had to start creating like the St. Stephen's Invitational, so that you can actually get people in. Otherwise, at the inter-college level, many often,
No,
St.
but there
Stephen's
are
will have a
some-
good cricket
there-
team.
there are
We
some
would
col-
not even make pre-quarter
there are
finals.
some colleges which did a very good job of promoting sports, and I think Venkateshwara is one good example.
One question out here: do you think that because, do you think people of your generation are the only people who actually seem to care about the rivalry? We speak to people, everyday people, like students our age, we just graduated, people younger than us, they don't even remember. They're like, yeah, we're told, like for example, in the Stephen's morning assembly, you were told that this is the college across the road and you're supposed to treat them, but there is no sense of legacy or inheriting a tradition.
I think
They don't really care. They
it
would
started in a different way. I think all our long-standing relationships which got built in college got built because of this rivalry.
Yes.
You had your best friends across the road. Because after all, we were coming from the same school.
Yes.
But we got
Absolutely.
divided. Like I'm from Xavier's Patna.
Absolutely.
When we came, there were 10 guys in Hindu, 12 guys in Stevens. But we all studied together for 10 years. So you're
And you
still
had-
friends.
And you had fun. It was
Yeah.
competition.
So I think the rivalry built a very strong sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And that is lacking. As an institution, you have to decide whether I want to be just academics or I want to have an all-round development of my school. And that's where I think it's very important to promote your sports and extracurriculars. They promote sports very well, both in UK as well as in US. So I think we all have to learn from them.
We as a society, as you rightly said, we have to move the sports together. We don't have in our societies enough play fields for the kids to play. You see, they are losing interest. They know Messi, they know Ronaldo, they know all these people because they are football games on computer, they play there. Because they are not from our country and they are still very popular.
Exactly.
This is the reason because of the Twitter age and the Facebook age and the electronic age, IT age.
So if times do change in the future and these supposedly, one wacky day, the road in between just disappears and Hindu and Stephens are clubbed into one, what would be your reactions?
If both the colleges get together, there's going to be a single party domination. As it is, the
That's very well
bureaucrats
said.
and the industrialists and professionals from both colleges are comprise about 50 to 60% of the bureaucracy.
Absolutely.
Combined, they can kill everybody else. They'll be the
So it
dominant.
would truly be
Will be the total dominant force.
Camaraderie takes the legacy forward. And they are not just listening to the stories, and they get up from their bums,
And they make
come to the
stories of
sporting
their own.
arena and make history for themselves, that the young generation which follows after 20, 30, 40 years, they say these were the guys who changed the scene. You know.
It's like two great minds and two great people getting together and taking, showing the way to the society. That is what I would say. The institutions are made to improve the society. Let's put it like that.
Do I care for sports was the question, and I think we've got our answer. They did, and they very much still do.